A lot of people, like, again, y'all don't know my testimony, y'all don't know my whole story. Y'all, a lot of people will log on and like, well, who is she and all of this stuff. Like, who are you to be saying something about blah 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 blah? But at the end of the day, God really processed me through this.
Yep.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I really have been processed through these things. And God was like, listen, I'm going to give you a front row seat.
Yep.
I'm going to give you a front row seat. You had to live in some churches. You had to deal with being in a cult, and you didn't even know. Just like a lot of my sheep that do not know, the sheep that you are called to, I'm going to allow you to be in a cult so that when the time comes and I put you on a platform that I'm growing myself, I'm going to have you speak against these things.
Yep.
Okay? So again, there are people blindly in these cults and don't even realize it. Okay, so
then what happens is now you're giving money, so much money that these people amassed such an amount of money that they were, while everybody else all lives in the hood and the projects,
welfare,
that's
food
what
stamps.
That's what the cults do. They suck out money from you. And then what they'll do is, or what this particular place would do is, let's say you get you get laid off from your job, right? They'll go, okay, now first of all, I would find this incredibly embarrassing, but
They
whatever,
raise an offering for you.
They will have you stand in the front of that church and they will raise an offering for you.
And guess what? When you're in a cult and you're brainwashed, you're like, oh my gosh, they love me. They called me up and they're raising an offering for me, but it's like, no. Like, that's a part of keeping you there.
Yeah.
Like, that's a part of keeping you hooked. So when we're talking about cults, right? We watched something recently about David Koresh. David Koresh. And
the Branch Davidians.
The Branch Davidians,
yes.
That's what it was called. But what's the name of this show? Waco, Texas.
Go check it out. It's on Netflix, and the series 2 is on Showtime.
Please go watch it.
Go watch it.
Go watch it. If you think, oh my goodness, I'm hearing some of these, signs of a cult, please go watch it. Dave Koresh. When I say I watched that and I said, oh my goodness, this is the same exact outline to a T.
Yep.
To a T of what I went through being in a church, but it was really a cult. So what's the next one?
Now I'm going to skip a couple and I'm going to go to this one so we can get a little comedy going.
Okay, let's go.
The leaders are usually sleeping with multiple women, married or unmarried, in the congregation.
True.
So
and that happened. And I witnessed it. You witnessed it.
I was right there.
Yeah.
Actually, I walked out for a brief moment to go get some candy from the store, and I came back, and there was a melee.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
practically a brawl.
Let's wait to get to that story, because that story is actually comical. Let's get to you. Let's talk about you.
Okay, let's talk about me.
No, what, you don't find it funny? Is that what you're
saying? I was going to say I don't find it comical. I was going to say that it's sad.
Because I see, and I look at it as, if you don't laugh about these things,
how you gonna keep?
How you gonna deal with it?
Yeah. Okay.
You have to laugh at this stuff. Now that you're out of it and away from it, and it's been a while. Now you can kind of breathe a sigh of relief and laugh.
Yeah. Well, speaking of me, I feel like right now, this is embarrassing. It's embarrassing that I literally was so ignorant. To the point where I was really like going along with this, like, oh, can I go to, this concert at blah, blah, like, what? And the audacity now is like, sir, how dare you?
Okay.
How dare you?
So let me tell you guys a quick story that this is how I first started putting pieces together before I even went to the church. Okay.
Let's go.
We were dating, and we were talking on the phone about something. You were at work, and you said that you had, it was like 2:30 or 3 o'clock in the morning.
Because I work night shift.
And she goes, oh, well, I'm able to call my pastor at any point in time. It doesn't matter what time of night it is, and he'll pick up if I have a question about the Bible or scripture or anything about God. I can call him at any time and he'll pick up.
Yep.
My response to that was, oh, it's because he's trying to sleep with you.
Yep. And when listen, we were just dating at the time.
I've never
And
even been
when
there.
and when he said that, when my husband then boyfriend said that, I was just like, you are out of your mind.
That's exactly what she said to me.
Yeah.
And I said, no, I'm not.
I'm like, what are you I'm like, why would you even say something like that?
There is
And
no
then-
man,
Okay.
not one, that A, wants to be your friend. Ladies, single
true.
ladies, married ladies,
Please
every
listen.
lady.
Please
There is
listen.
not one man in this world
Yep.
who wants to be your friend.
Yep.
Not one.
Yep.
Not, oh, you can't, oh, you are wrong.
They
You-
looking for the opportunity
like,
right now.
Listen, there's somebody on the other side of this phone going,
Yeah.
oh, not my friend such and such. He's not like that at all. Oh, no, yes, he is.
Yeah, okay.
He's just waiting on the time to get you. But, so I said to her, there is no man in the world that's going to wake up out of his sleep and start talking to you about the Bible at 4 a.m.
Now let me tell you why I said that. I said that because literally, again, I was working night shift. And when I worked night shift, I would have my Bible on my desk. Like I would do my little whatever. And then I would have my Bible and I would be studying. Like this is like, again, back then I just knew that God had called me. I don't know why, but I'm like, okay, this is irregular what I feel. But I feel like I need to just learn God. So I would sit there and read my scriptures. I'm at work. I'm a CNA at the time. And I'm on night shift, read and highlight. And then if I had a question, I would text him. And he will always text me what something meant. It was never, not once did he ever act weird. Never.
Yeah, because you didn't give him the opportunity yet. What
Yeah.
you didn't know was, see, what she didn't realize
Yeah.
was he was doing this with everybody.
Yeah,
all the women.
What I didn't know was he was actually, being with
Sleeping
my friend.
with her friend.
I didn't want to say that, but okay.
No. We're calling
Yeah.
it out tonight.
Okay, well, let's go there.
No, he was sleeping. Now, mind you,
Yeah.
he's a married man. He was sleeping with one of the women in the congregation.
Yeah.
Actually, I think it was
A few.
multiple women in the congregation.
Which again, that is a part of a cult. The men, again, Dave Koresh with his cult, and he used to tell them that he was Jesus. They used to tell him he was Jesus, he was God, and they would just be like,
He sure did.
the people in his cult was like, oh, we are, his followers, blah, blah. But that's what they do. He emasculated all of the men in that cult, whatever it was in Waco. He, was taking their wives and sleeping with their wives, and all of the men were so emasculated. They were just like, oh, he's so anointed, he can have my wife.
And that's
What?
pretty much what happened at this place.
And that's exactly my point. He did the same exact thing. Like, he emasculated all of the men, and it's like he had free reign to whoever he wanted.
So-
Now again, I'm young. I didn't know none of this. I'm like, when it all came out, I'm like, this is crazy.
So you tell
Never in
him-
my wildest dreams.
So